want to be somewhere where they fucking actually love me and they want to do some shit like that to me. I love that I feel this way because I'm not in the wrong, and I'm gonna prove it to y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what I know. Maybe a lot of y'all that are new to my channel don't know that I was in a group called Viet Grande with boys that I genuinely fucked with. I thought were genuinely my brothers. I thought we genuinely had a connection. We had each other's back. But turns out that I was wrong the whole time. You know, turns out I was the only one fucking with them and they weren't fucking with me. For those of you that don't know what or who Viet Grande is, it was me, it was Fernie, and Hoodie Vert. You might not know who Only Fernie is. Or you might know who he is because he used to be a little side piece from Chicos Toxicos. And Hoodie Vert, you might know him or you might not know him. Or you might know him as Santea's cameraman. But those were the boys that I was in Viet Grande with. We were literally the creators of it. We had something good going. And it breaks my heart into a million little pieces because it has all came to an end after only 2 months. I believe we had something good going. We had something going that people loved watching. We were making videos that people would look forward to watching. And the amount of love that we were getting through there was insane. But when you have a group, everybody in that group is supposed to get along. Everybody in that group is supposed to, be connected and be like brothers. Because in order for a group to work out, there can't be no snakes in there. There can't be no fake motherfuckers in there. You literally it has to be like a brotherhood. And I hate to say it, but that's not what Viet Grande was about. If I would have known what I know now, we could have probably called that shit Culebras Grandes. It was I know it only lasted for about 2 months, but I couldn't stay there no longer, man. After so much shit that I saw, so much shit that they did to me, it wasn't good for my mental health. It wasn't good for my mental health at all. Everybody in that motherfucker didn't like me, bro. And maybe they didn't say it, but they definitely showed it. I'm not trying to make a super long video. I'm not trying to sit here and waste y'all's time. So I'm going to cut straight to the point, how it should be. And I'm going to talk to y'all like face to face. And right now I'm being super serious, so I want y'all to actually listen and hear me out because, maybe there's already people that know that I left and they think I'm in the wrong, they think I'm the bad guy. But I want you to hear me out and I want you to let me know what you think is in the wrong. Or if you think I'm in the wrong, then fuck it. Let me know. There was a lot of times where I was left out. Not only did I feel left out, but I was actually left out. There was this one time where we had gone to a restaurant and it was a group of 10 people. We were celebrating that our first video got to 20K views, which is fucking insane for it to be the first video on YouTube and it gets 20K views. That's insane. At least for me, right? Or at least for all of us, I think, because we had gone out to celebrate that. We went out to a nice fancy restaurant and we asked for a table for 10. And we ended up getting a booth for 10. So when the host is walking us to the table, I'm the last one in the back because, I don't know, maybe like the other guys there didn't fuck with me. Or they were just trying to talk with Fernie and Hoodie and Mac. But they just weren't really like acknowledging that I was there. Or, I was trying to talk to them and they would cut it off short and shit. So I don't know if Hoodie Vert and Fernie and Mac were already telling him shit about me, making him think that, making him think something else of me. I could be wrong as well, but that's what it damn felt like to me. So whatever, the host takes us to the table, and like I said, I'm the one in the back, so I'm the one that's gonna sit down last. And this table is a booth, like the ones where the couches are kind of like this chair, like soft, And this table that the booth has, usually some booths have a table that you can move around and shit, but no, this one is literally stuck to the ground, so you can't move this shit. So if you don't fit, you're kind of fucked, right? And me being the only fat one of the group, I noticed that shit. Fuck, I might not be able to fit there. Everybody gets in without a problem. Hoodie, Mac, Fernie, all the other boys get in. No problem at all. As I go to sit down, I'm sorry. As I go to sit down, I literally crouch down to sit. And imagine this is a table. Like, my stomach gets caught on the table. And I try to, like, force myself in. Because you know how sometimes you can force yourself in and maybe your stomach will still be on the table like this? Nah. In this case, I couldn't fucking fit at all. And when they noticed that shit, everybody started laughing on that table. Including Hoodie Vert, including Fernie, including Mac. Well, it's supposed to be my brothers. In such a humiliating situation, they start laughing at me. Everybody on that table starts laughing. The host that took us to the table starts laughing. The surrounding tables that are sitting around us start laughing. And there's people waiting in the front of the freaking restaurant, staring over and like smirking and shit. So yes, I fucking felt humiliated, bro. I really did. And you might fucking call it a joke, but everybody laughing, everybody in that bitch laughing about me? That shit's a joke? So I tell the host, I'm like, is there any other tables that have space for 10 of us? And she does have another table for 10. But this table, it's a regular table, a long one, and it has chairs that you can pull in and pull out, so everybody can fit in those comfortably. Those are like fat friendly. So I told her, can we get that table, please? And everybody on the table, Hoodie, Fernie, like, nah, you're tripping. This table's good. We're already here. We're already sitting here. Why the fuck are we gonna move? What you mean why we're gonna move, bro? I can't fucking fit on this table. What do you expect? You telling me you're not gonna move? So whatever, I think they're fucking joking and shit, because we always used to joke around. And I go to that table, I sit down, and I point them over, because they're kind of like a little bit like kind of like across the restaurant. I point them over like, come over here. And these motherfuckers all start looking at me and just laughing again. Every single person on that table was laughing at me. That shit was fucking humiliating, bro. Bad. But I'm thinking nothing of it. I laugh it off too, bro. I'm not gonna fucking... As bad as I wanted to cry there, bro, I fucking just held it in for when we got home and I got to my room where nobody would see me cry. So I sit down at that table and nobody actually fucking comes to the table, bro. Nobody, not one fucking person. The host's already gone. They get their waiter. They all order drinks or having drinks, and then their food comes out. And I had already ordered my drinks and food too. The only thing I had on my table was a fucking water. While these motherfuckers over there were having drinks and had their appetizers. And then they get their fucking food, bro. They get their fucking food. And I'm over there just staring at them. Like nobody's even fucking acknowledging that I was there, bro. You gonna tell me I don't feel like that's fucking fake, bro? You can't tell me like you genuinely think they fuck with me, bro. That shit was some of the fakest shit I've ever seen, bro. So the waiter takes a long ass time to come back to me, and I'm just trying to act there like I don't care, bro. But whenever the waiter comes back to me, like these motherfuckers already finished their food, bro. They finished their food. They're damn near already fucking closing their tab, bro. And I asked the waiter, I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. I'm trying to be. I'm not a disrespectful person. At least I don't think I am. I asked her where's my food, ma'am? It's been a long time. My boys over there got their food already. They got their drinks already. I haven't even got my fucking beer. I asked for a beer, bro. I haven't even got my beer yet. I didn't tell her like that, but I was like, I think it's taking a little bit too long. Maybe I'm tripping or something. And she starts fucking laughing, bro. She starts fucking laughing. She's like, oh, I completely forgot to put the order in. My bad. Let me go put that in for you. And then she comes back. And she tells me that she can't even put the order in no more because it's already too late. They're about to close. And I was like, cool, whatever. Just close me out. I mean, I didn't even have nothing to fucking close out other than she had already brought the beer. Like, at least throw that shit on the house or something, but no. And then the manager comes and I tell him the situation and he puts in an order for me. But by the time I'm putting in the order with him, the fucking boys all get up. They all get up. And they all start walking out. And I'm like, yo, are y'all not... Like, they walk by my table because, I'm kind of sitting by the exit. They walk by my table. And I'm like, yo, are y'all not going to wait for me? I told fucking Hoodie Vert, yo, Hoodie, you're not going to wait, pa? Motherfucker says, chillin'. And then Fernie and Mac, those motherfuckers just laugh in my face. So I'm like, bet. I was like, I mean, can y'all at least wait till like it comes out? I'll take it to go or some shit. Nobody wanted to wait for me, bro. Nobody wanted to wait for me. They all left. They told me they were gonna be waiting in the fucking car. We had rolled in Hoodie Vert's car, our group, and then the other boys rode in their car. Or at least what I thought was our fucking group. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get my food to go. I get my food to go, I get my food to go. I go out to the parking garage where they parked. And these motherfuckers aren't there no more. You know how bad I wanted to fucking cry? You know how bad I just wanted to be with my parents at that point? With my mom? Wanted to be somewhere where they fucking actually love me and they want to do some shit like that to me? But I couldn't because I was 3 hours away from home. So I decided to like just, maybe they're fucking around. They're playing some sort of prank on me. Because how do I know if they're filming or not? So I Uber home. And when I try to fucking Uber home, my fucking card declines. And I check my fucking bank account. I don't have a single fucking dollar in the bank. So I have to call my fucking dad. And to ask him if he can pay for my Uber. And he does. Thank God. And then I just get home, whatever. And they're all there. Having more drinks with their boys. Jamming out and shit. Like, nobody even asked me if I'm good. None of that shit, bro. So that was the first, not the first story, bro. That was one of the many stories that I fucking have. Or one of the many situations that I have where they fucking snaked me or did some snake shit. Second situation. Well, actually, I'm gonna tell you, a little bit more things that happened too, like different things. When it would come to filming for Viet Grande, anytime I would have a fucking idea, they would all just tell me that idea fucking sucks. Literally laugh about it, bro. Because when Hoodie Vert brought an idea, they'd all be like, oh yeah, that's a fucking badass idea. When Fernie brought up an idea, they'd be like, oh, that's a badass idea. But when I brought up an idea, they would all just fucking... I promise you, every idea that I had, they thought it was shit, bro. That one video where we put Fernie on a blind date, I literally fucking brought up that idea. I'm the one that created that idea. But when I said it, that shit was ass. And then Hoodie Vert was like, you know what? It would be a banger if I put Fernie on a blind date, but we just make her like talk shit to him. And then everybody thought that was a fucking good idea. Everybody in the crib thought that was a good idea. You're gonna tell me that shit's not fucking fake? You're gonna sit here and tell me that shit, I'm in the wrong after that? There's no way. If I'm in the wrong, tell me, bro. If I'm soft, tell me, bro. That's just generally fucking snake shit, bro. The amount of disrespect that they would all freaking show me was crazy, bro. Sometimes I start thinking about, why this happened then, or why they treated me the way they did. And I don't know if it's because I'm the only fat person in that group. Like, maybe they're just like, don't fuck with fat people. Maybe they look at me different because I'm the only fat one. Like, I don't understand what it has to do with me being fat, bro. Like, I was still a real ass motherfucker, bro. I'd always worry about is I was trying to get in shape, so I could stop being the only fat one. I was trying to go to the gym. I was trying to eat my healthy meals, cook my healthy meals. I was always ready to film. But there's just something in my head telling me that they didn't fuck with me because I was the only fat one in the group. And I guess just because I'm fat, people look at you different, bro. I understand it's not cool being fat. I understand you should want to get in shape, and I didn't want to get in shape, and I tried. I've lost 36 pounds and moved to Houston, but I can't get skinny overnight. I can't get in shape like they are overnight, bro. So that shit just breaks my heart because I was trying my best, guys. I was trying my best. I was working out every day. I even started running. And I just felt like everything I did wasn't enough. Ever, bro, ever. I never felt appreciated. I'm also going to talk about our cameraman, Mac. It wasn't, it was mostly Hoodie Ver and Fernie. But Mac did some fuck shit. In case y'all don't know, me, Fernie, and Hoodie had our own rooms. And Mac would sleep in the living room. And there'd be a lot of times where I would go to the gym, take like 3 hours there. I would go get a good ass workout and get off, I would sweat a lot, bro, you know what I mean? I drink a lot of water, have a good ass workout, and then come home, just want to shower and sleep. And a lot of those times when I would go home, I would go to my room, and when I would try to open it, the door would be locked. And then I just hear like moaning. I just hear fucking moaning. Like crazy as fuck. I hear cause I have a bunk bed and it makes a lot of noise when it moves, and I just hear the bed shaking like crazy, bro. So I'm not gonna fucking knock on the door because I felt like I would be fucking fake for doing that, right? Because if I was to knock on the door, I would be the fake person, right? So then I went downstairs. I remember this one like it was fucking yesterday. I went downstairs, mad as hell. I didn't see Mac in the living room. I only saw Fernie and Hoodie Vert. They were playing the game. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is fucking in my room right now? And they start fucking dying, bro. They start fucking dying and laughing, bro. Until they fucking finally chill the fuck out. And they say Mac is fucking in my room. I'm mad as fuck again. But I'm not gonna go in there, fucking break the door down when he's in there with the fucking random ass female, bro. So that fucking day that I'm telling you about, this wasn't the only time though. He did it fucking many times without even asking for my permission, bro. Maybe if you ask for my permission, you can fuck on the top bunk bed, not on the bottom one where I sleep, bro. But nah, that motherfucker never cared to ask for permission. Like I said, I was never respected in the group, bro. That day I fucking wait patiently, bro. I see him take that fucking girl out the house. And when he comes to the fucking living room, I fucking tell him, why the fuck are you fucking in my room? And again, they all start fucking laughing like it's some fucking joke. They laugh in my fucking face, bro. So that's when I just got up and I fucking ran to my room, bro. Not even taking a shower anymore. I was too damn mad, bro. I went in my room and I fucking laid in bed. But that shit doesn't even finish there because this is fucking embarrassing to say. But when I fucking lay in bed, I sleep naked. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I sleep naked. So I take my shit off. I lay in bed, ready to just sleep my pain away, bro. And the bed feels fucking wet and slimy, bro. That shit was the fucking worst shit ever, bro. And you can only imagine what that shit was. You gonna tell me that's not fucking disrespectful, bro? That shit should break relationships right there, bro. But I didn't even, I didn't leave. That's not when I left, bro. That's not even when I left Viet Grande, bro. That day I got up, went in the fucking shower, took those fucking sheets off and put them in the washer, bro. And then I went back to my room, bro, that fucking same night, bro. Same after I put my shit in the washer, I see I have a fucking shirt under the bed. I'm like, what the fuck? When did I put a shirt under the bed? And it's one of my favorite shirts, too. I picked that shit the fuck up. And that shit is all sticky together and it has stains on it. And you can only fucking imagine what the fuck they use that shirt for, bro. They fucking try to throw that shit under the bed so I wouldn't notice. I'm nobody to be exposing anybody. But since y'all want to be snakes, why don't we talk about how we caught Mac with the Transformers? Nobody here is judging. Y'all judge me a lot. And I don't care if that's what he likes and that's what he likes. Because when we found out about that, y'all didn't make it a big deal. But I bet you if that was me, I would have made it a big deal. Let's talk about that. Why don't we make that public? I could keep this video going on for hours and hours telling you about all the things that I went through. But I'm not trying to make this video super long. I'm going to cut straight to the point of when I decided it was finally fucking time to leave Culebras Grandes. Or Viet Grande, my bad. This was barely a few days ago, guys. This was I believe on Monday. Monday, Hoodie Vert was planning. We were all sitting down in the living room. And Hoodie Vert was planning to do a live stream of going to the shooting range. He said, yo, boys. When he said, yo, boys, I'm thinking he's talking to everybody. He's like, I'm gonna do a live stream at the shooting range. Just get ready. Get ready. So I went upstairs to my room. I got my stuff ready for the shooting range. I was putting on a fit. I was happy, bro. I was excited to go to the shooting range. Whatever, I get my stuff, I get my case, I walk downstairs. And Hoodie Vert's like, yo, Tex, can you move your truck? Because, my Hoodie Vert's car is, like, in front of his Hellcat is in front of my truck, so, like, I got to move my truck so he can exit. Because we were all going to ride with Hoodie Vert. So whenever I back out the truck, right? I back out the truck. And he takes his car out. And he's still waiting for Mac to come and get in the car. So I think I still have time. So I try to move my truck fast back in the parking lot. By the time I fucking get out my truck, I lock it. This motherfucker's already speeding down the street. But he stops at a fucking red light, bro. A red light stops him. And I know he can still see me looking at them. Like telling him to stop and shit. This motherfucker decides at the red light to start burning tire, bro. Loud as shit, disrespectful as shit. He starts burning tire, bro. And then this motherfucking Fernie has the audacity to roll his window down and flick me off? You gonna tell me real friends do that shit, bro? And I thought maybe, it sounds like a fucking prank or something, right? Nah, these motherfuckers didn't even turn back around to pick me up. They continued with the stream, bro. They continued with Hoodie Vert's stream. He was streaming on Twitch. These motherfuckers never came back for me, bro. Never. So you tell me if I'm wrong, bro. You tell me if I'm wrong in this situation, bro. Because when that shit happened, that's when I decided it's time to leave, bro. It's time to get out of there. I got my bags, bro. I threw them in my truck, and I left. I got on the road to San Antonio, where I'm at now. I never looked back when I was driving here. I never turned back to look back at what was in Houston. Ever, bro. Didn't even look in my rearview mirror. Because here in San Antonio, there's no fucking snakes, bro. There's no people that will treat me the way that these boys treated me, bro. These boys that I thought were my brothers. I never want anybody to have to go through something like that situation that I went through. Especially leaving your family, sacrificing like a lot to go start a group with them, and for them to end up treating you like this. Like I said, bro, I was the first one to know Hoodie Vert. I thought we were cool, bro. And then Fernie comes in the picture, and I guess he just starts fucking with Fernie more. But it's not even supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be that you fuck with one another more. You're supposed to be a group. And that's not what it was, bro. That's not what it was. So you tell me if I'm wrong for leaving Viet fucking Grande, bro. Because I already know a lot of people are gonna take their side. I already know that shit, bro. And it's not even about taking sides, bro. I don't think you should, see one person as a bad person. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's whatever. I wish them the best. I just couldn't be a part of that no more. And I'm pretty sure they didn't want to be a part of me to be a part of it anymore as well. They were trying to get me to leave without telling me. So I'm here to confirm to you that I'm no longer part of Viet Grande. I don't want my name being brought up with anything that has to do with them anymore. I was doing a TikTok live earlier, and I come to find out that now these motherfuckers are going to take this to court. They're talking about, because when I first got initiated into Viet Grande, they made me sign a contract. And before I signed that contract, I asked them if they had signed a contract already, or if they were going to sign a contract. And they tell me that they already signed theirs. So I was like, bet. It was a lot, bro. It was a lot to read. So I was like, bro, do I really got to read this? Or like, is all of our contracts the same? I'm thinking we're all cool as fuck. They say, yeah, every contract is the same, bro. We're good. Just sign it, bro. You're good. You're chilling, pa. So I signed that shit, bro. Come to find out today, I got these motherfuckers texting me that they have full ownership to all my platforms, all my social media platforms, my TikTok, my Instagram, my YouTube. They own all rights to all those platforms. These motherfuckers have took it as far to take it to court, bro. I don't understand why we can't just fucking handle this like, man, rip that fucking, I'll piss on that contract, bro. Fuck that contract. Why don't we handle this shit like, man, bro? ¿Por qué no en vez de ir a la corte y enseñarle el contrato, güey? ¿Por qué no nos arreglamos como pinche hombres a vergazos, güey? ¿Para qué gastar tiempo en la corte? Ustedes bien saben que ustedes no quieren ir a la corte. Ustedes bien saben que ese proceso va a tomar un chingo de tiempo. Y si sí llega a ese punto, te lo juro que yo no voy a perder. Yo no voy a salir de ahí perdiendo. Voy a ganar de una manera o de otra.